Hi to all guitar freaks out there in the world. Today I'm gonna talk about shredding tricks. What are shredding tricks? First gonna play something which is more or less shredding. I mean, it's not really defined, but this might be shredding. Yeah, something like this. So even if you think, whoa, wow, that's really fast. Oh man, it's so hot in here. We have 40 degrees Celsius outside. Yeah, it's really hot. Yeah, you might think, whoa, that was really fast. I can never play that. It's, of course, you need a certain ability on the guitar already, but from then on, it's not as hard as you might think. So let's see the main tricks behind it, which makes your life very easy and makes it not so complicated. So the main trick in all soloing, by the way, but also in shredding, is that you need your basics. You need to have your basics together, and the basics are the long notes. Always the long notes really make them sounding nice. This one is in G minor. We have the sound setting of maximum distortion. The delay is set, okay, I'll take out the delay for now. The delay is really very hard, but now for practice we don't need the delay. So you have to have really the basics together, meaning playing the G minor scale, G minor scale. Now let's take a clean sound just to check out the scales. The track is in G minor, so you really need to have that scale together. Also in other positions, this is one position the most used in combination with the position 1 in pentatonics, and of course position 4 pentatonics and the scale up here. So these are the two main scales which you need to know to really proceed here. Now once you have that together, practice them in 16 notes, mean 1, 2, 3, 4, taka, 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 down. Also here. What also really is helpful if you practice this stuff, also practice palm muted stuff. Meaning you on the low 3 strings do palm muting, and from now on I go back to palm muting, because once you have distortion sound you use a lot of palm muting in the low 3 strings. Same here. See, that must be very fluent. Then next will be you will learn sequence runs. Sequence runs. This is something like this. Oops, I changed the pattern. Sorry. Yeah, I I don't do it on that one. I do that on 3-note string. That would be the next thing. Also, by the way, also down. Easy and relaxed, but always with a beat here. Daga, 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 daga. Always like this. Same up here, of course. And so on. And then next, what also is very useful, especially for sequence runs, 3-note per string. So, this case will be this. That's G minor scale as 3-note per string. You also can do it up here. So this is really the basic stuff you need to have together for this. Now, first step, play the long notes. What also is very useful is that you can play the scale on one string, or here. See? Oh man, it's so hot in here, it's unbelievable. I'm sweating like an idiot. Good. Now the first exercise, play the long notes. Meaning, now we go switch back to distortion. And we are already adding the delay. Because this is the normal sound we have. Many delays here. Now, on the long notes, I love to use this pickup here, the neck pickup, because it has a more wide and soft sound. So. Now you can use this scale which you learn on one string just to practice. Stuff like this really works, or you make like bigger jumps. And really pay attention that you really have these fat sounds. This is really the basic thing. If you don't have this, you cannot play any runs, because if you don't have those notes, where should those runs lead to? We can try with the track, with the long notes. See, you can nearly fill up the entire chorus with just playing the long notes on one string. And it works best on the top 2 strings, because there you have this dramatic tone. On the lower, it's not so nice anymore. Now, we want to connect the notes between each other. So we want to go from here, we have this note and this note. And we connect them in 16 notes, so something like this. What I did now, I played a little sequence run. Play the same sequence runs again. Now I play the same sequence run. What you also can do is that you move the sequence run up. So let's try that. That also works. That's nice. And so on. See, that really works out very nicely. And now you can play long notes, connect them a little bit between each other. And that's basically, and then you can add those sequence runs you practice in the beginning. Now we have it already. We nearly have it now. Those sequence runs you can play anywhere, but they have to be very precise and with the palm mute. So, oops, and so on, or on the low ones. But they really work nice when you go down. Maybe not the entire 2 octaves, maybe that's too long. That's really up to you. Or you can also only play the scale. Like you just play the scale in 60 notes and then you just play out of the scale. That's not really too hard. Now, the next step would be that you follow the chords. Same method, because now we just play one run. Then the second part we have the chords E flat to F. So now let's do a little theory. What kind of scale we play there? We are in D minor, then we play E flat. Which scale is here recommended? It's the 6th step in the minor progressions, meaning playing a Lydian scale. Lydian scale is nearly the same like a normal major scale, just one note is different than the 4th, that one here. That's one above. So, Lydian, then next will be F, where we play here, is mixolydian, pretty similar to the major scale, but this note here is one step below, it's the flat 7. And I played in 3 note per string here because I'm used to 3 note per string. Because 3 note per string is something, it's a little bit more difficult because to keep the overview, but it makes you fast. That's a trick. So play again in 16. And then we end up in G minor scale. Also in 3 note per string. And then we end, the last thing when the whole phrase ends is D7. And here we play G harmonic minor, or that will be here. It's just, you just switch one note, the 7th note goes half up, and this creates this Arabic style. See, now if you follow the chords, that's amazing. You don't have to play fast because it sounds fast. I don't know why it's like this, but it is like this. So let's see how I'll show you. Go back to high gain distortion. now with chords. See, I only played the scales like exercises in 16 notes, and that worked. It sounded fast, didn't it? First time I played 2 octaves, second time only 1, and even if you play 1 octave, still sounds cool. And now we already have this kind of really shredding type of speed, and it's pretty easy. Once you have that stuff together, which is not so hard, then if you add like one fast lick, one will be enough, like tremolo picking at the end. Then you have it. That's all is needed. I mean, you still can do more, of course, but that it sounds pretty authentic. Well, I know the title of the lesson is Shredding Basics, and some of you might think, whoa, that stuff is not basic stuff at all. I mean, shredding is fast. I mean, that is pretty technical kind of playing. So this is not beginner stuff anyway. So, but this is the easiest way, from my point of view, to really have an approach to this kind of soloing or playing. And it doesn't make sense to play faster stuff or complicated stuff if you cannot manage the basics. And once they've, of course, then you have it together, then you can, I don't know, gain speed or put more complex things in, and that's how the cookie crumbles. Yeah, stuff like this. I did basically this exactly the thing you learned, but in double time. But how can you play double time if you cannot play normal time? The step from normal time to double time is not so hard as you might think, because the main work you're doing is to really understand what you're doing and hearing, especially hearing what you're doing, and also getting that dramatic feeling that you can play that kind of music. And then it's, I mean, tremolo picking is it's the heat. Sorry guys, sorry, the heat. My brain is like a mushroom today. Yeah, what I want to say, the tremolo picking, this one here, from my point of view, is one of the more easier techniques once you have the basics of the scales together, because you just make and then more or less do that. So the work before is the harder work from my point of view. So really work on, I know it's not basic, but these are the basics. It's totally absurd, like the heat here in Switzerland, 40 degrees in Switzerland, totally absurd, but that's how it is. And then go for it, and then that's how how the cookie crumbles. So enjoy it and don't get depressed if you. It really takes time to get into this stuff, but once you have it, it's really cool. So